Hello everybody, it's Lori with DIY Nails, and today I'm doing a natural nail dip with the colored tips, and I'm using a peel-off base. I'm using Unt because I like to change my manis pretty regularly with my natural nails, and I have to create a color that I really love that matches my skin to get the perfect natural base. So as you can see here, I'm just mixing a few colors. And you can use a nude or natural color or create your own like I like to do. So I'm using my trusty dipping tray, which I love to use if I'm doing French manicures. And of course, you would start with step one, which is primer, but since I used a peel-off base, you're not going to use primer. So I'm moving right on to step two, which is the base coat. And I have very flat nails, so I always, typically on my natural nails, I just start with a stripe down the center and then build out a little bit from there before I do the full nail coverage. And as you can see, I'm dipping into the dipping tray at a 45-degree angle and also tapping off that excess powder. And I don't brush off right away because I like to let the powder soak into the base coat before using the brush, so none of that gets messed up or gets stuck in my actual dusting brush. And of course, you're going to want to dust off all of the powder so that when you apply your second coat of base coat, you don't get any of that powder on your brush and contaminate your bottle. And again, dip at a 45-degree angle and slowly so that you don't mess up the base and dip. So here I'm applying that third coat, and I built a little bit of the apex that just helps my nails not look so flat. And we've gone full nail on this particular coat, but I'm not touching the cuticles and I'm not touching the sidewalls. And if you happen to do either of those, just grab a toothpick and really quickly after you've dipped into the powder, run it along the edge of the cuticle and the sidewall just to make a quick disconnect so that you don't have any lifting in the future. And when doing a French manicure, you're going to want to go ahead and paint the entire nail with your base coat. Do the tip first, which you can use a dipping tray if you want to get a perfect and steady line. And as you can see, mine don't end up turning out perfect, but for choosing 5 different colors, this is how I like to do it. I just dip it into the container, just tap the powder flat in the container, dip in the nail, and then you want to turn your nail so that you create that smile line, and then you're going to want to pour over the natural base on the rest of the nail where there is wet base coat. So I am loving these summer colors. And if you know someone or you play softball or your kids play softball, this is an amazing color to make a softball mani. And you can just use a red Sharpie to make the actual lace line on the ball. It works out and looks so cute. Just a little tip. So be sure to dust off all the powder when you're completely finished. And the next step, which is step 3, is to activate. This is what hardens the dip powder completely, and you're going to want to make sure that you run the brush along the free edge of the nail so that it hardens that edge as well. And after that's had time to dry for about 2 minutes, you can go in and do your final shaping. And then if you happen to make any lumps or bumps on the actual top surface of the nail, you can go ahead and correct those at this stage as well. And you can use the buffing block if you see some really minor imperfections and you don't want to put the file scrapes in the actual nail. And after you're done, make sure you dust it off really well again and hit it with an activator coat for the second time. And again, don't forget to cap those edges because that's what's going to help you prevent cracking and chipping for the future. Let it dry for a few minutes and then go in with your top coat and make sure you move in very quick, swift motions. I try to only do 2 or 3 swipes, but sometimes on my wide nails I do have to go in and get close to the edge without touching, and it takes me a couple more than just a few swipes. And for whatever reason, I didn't end up filming the second coat. I'm not sure why. I think I put it in there and accidentally deleted it. So you want to go ahead and allow the first coat to dry for about 30 seconds and hit it with a second top coat. And after a few minutes, grab your favorite cuticle oil and apply generously and make sure you rub it in. This helps promote blood flow to the nail, keeps your cuticles healthy and strong. And there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Mani Monday tutorial. I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. And if you have any suggestions, don't hesitate to drop them below. And if you're looking to start dipping, you can grab a dipping kit at diynails.dipsydip.com. And be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Bye guys!